the 100 trillion Zimbabwean dollar bill, a currency that became worthless in mere days, leading an entire nation's economy and its people's lives to ruin. How did such madness come to pass? Zimbabwe's inflation rate peaked in November 2008 at an astonishing 79.6 billion% annually. It was an unprecedented hyperinflation in world economic history. But still, beneath this colossal failure lay structural causes, unfortunately echoed in modern politics and economics. What exactly triggered this nation's collapse? In this video, we explain why Zimbabwe succumbed to hyperinflation, who overlooked these critical mistakes, and what lessons it offers for the modern era. Let us delve into the full scope of this national catastrophe. The main segment will also detail the intertwined relationship between the dictatorial regime and its central bank. Zimbabwe was once known as the breadbasket of Africa, and at its independence, it stood as one of the most economically promising nations. Achieving independence from Britain in 1980, the country was blessed with abundant mineral resources and fertile land. Agriculture, in particular, was a cornerstone industry, earning significant foreign currency through exports like tobacco and cotton. The economy was steadily growing. Before independence, minority white farmers owned vast tracts of land, maintaining high productivity. Their agricultural expertise was world-class. After independence, the first president, Robert Mugabe, utilized the knowledge of white farmers and encouraged agricultural exports, forming the foundation of economic development. Investments in education were also vigorous, resulting in a literacy rate that was exceptionally high among African nations, providing a rich supply of skilled labor. Social infrastructure was developed, and the vibrant capital city, Harare, continued to evolve as a modern metropolis. The Zimbabwean dollar enjoyed high international credibility as a stable currency, and the nation experienced steady economic growth. Initially, the Mugabe regime, post-independence, pursued moderate socialist policies while preserving the economic strength of white farmers. State-led economic plans contributed to infrastructure development and enhanced social welfare, improving the citizens' quality of life. The government actively attracted foreign investment, fostering growth in manufacturing and tourism, aiming to build a diversified economic structure. The high education standards produced numerous specialists and technicians, providing internal support for the nation's development. While neighboring countries struggled with conflicts and political instability, Zimbabwe emerged as a stabilizing force in the region, asserting its presence in the international community. Up to this point, Zimbabwe's economy appeared to be in excellent health, seemingly destined for a brilliant future. However, within its very foundations, structural vulnerabilities that would later lead to its collapse had already begun to emerge. Behind the prosperity, political stability gradually eroded. President Mugabe consolidated power, establishing a long-term authoritarian rule. The turning point came with fiscal deterioration in the late 1990s, exacerbated by pension payments to war veterans and intervention in the Congo War. To cover the budget deficit, the government carelessly printed more banknotes. This ignited the first spark of inflation. Then, a critical policy blunder occurred in the early 2000s, the forceful implementation of land reform. Land was forcibly expropriated from white farmers and redistributed to inexperienced black farmers. This was part of a populist policy. As a result, efficient agricultural production plummeted. Exports became impossible, and the country lost its capacity to earn foreign currency. Food self-sufficiency declined, forcing reliance on food imports. But with no foreign currency, even importing food became difficult. Foreign investment drastically decreased, leading to international isolation. The economy spiraled into decline. But here, a trap no one seemed to notice had opened. Why could this policy not be stopped? President Mugabe portrayed the land reform as a patriotic policy to the public, labeling opponents as enemies of the state. Political populism completely overwhelmed economic rationality. To maintain power, the government sought to divert public discontent. The central bank, having lost its independence, it became a machine for endlessly printing money to cover the government's fiscal deficits. Economic experts issued warnings, but their voices were entirely ignored and suppressed by the autocratic regime. Repeated advice from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and others was rejected as internal interference, losing opportunities for external support and correction. Citizens could not oppose the government, and discontent was suppressed. Groupthink led to tragic consequences. Once the currency's collapse began, like a sunk cost effect, no one could stop it. Thus, the Zimbabwean economy, having lost all brakes, plunged into an unimaginable collapse. The printing of money accelerated, and inflation rates skyrocketed daily. Prices, quite literally, changed by the moment. By 2008, the Zimbabwean dollar had literally become worthless paper. The $100 billion note, and then the $100 trillion note appeared. Shopping required wheelbarrows full of banknotes. Many shops closed, and the market became dysfunctional. The currency's value vanished. Even a $100 trillion note was worth less than toilet paper. ATMs dispensed amounts unable to buy even a few eggs. Citizens lost their jobs, couldn't access food, and suffered from severe poverty and starvation. Many people fled the country. Finally, in 2009, Zimbabwe ceased issuing its own currency, transitioning to a multi-currency system using the US dollar and South African rand. The nation once known as the breadbasket of Africa suffered complete economic collapse, and its people endured unimaginable hardship. Zimbabwe's hyperinflation serves as a searing lesson on how political populism can devastate an economy. It is a stark warning to modern society, reiterating the crucial importance of central bank independence and sound fiscal management. Why did Zimbabwe succumb to hyperinflation? It was the direct result of decisions made by those in power, disregarding fundamental economic principles. Who overlooked these mistakes? It was the dictator and his cronies, clinging to power while ignoring the pleas of their people. And what lesson does it leave for the modern era? The grim reality that politics possesses the power to destroy an economy. The quality of decision-making in economics and politics will differ vastly between those who understand this failure and those who do not. History's lessons are always at our feet. It is up to us to pick them up and apply them to the future. If you found this video informative, please subscribe and hit the like button. We release a new history of failure daily.
この失敗は歴史のほんの1ページ。世界にはまだ語られていない失敗が数多くあります。失敗の歴史をチャンネル登録して次の物語もぜひご覧ください。